Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again. Also, what I need for you to do, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. All my worthless 2 cents is about to put something in your ear.
And here I am. And here I is. Mama, there go that man. Here I am once more again. Welcome to another. I said welcome to another. I said welcome to another edition of my worthless 2 cents table talk, where your approval is not needed. Hey, Leah. Look here. Y'all see I'm up here by myself. So when I'm up here by myself, you know what I say? I won't be before you long, and I will not be before you long. I'm going to just dip in, and I'm going to dip out. You know, I was sitting here just a minute ago, and the good Lord just popped this one into me. So I'm going to lay this thing in. I'm gonna peel this old, I'm gonna get this old light bread. I'm gonna take it out of the package. I'm gonna slap a piece of bologna on it, and I'm gonna put another piece of bread on top of it, and I'm gonna give you a sandwich, and we're gonna eat right here at the table. Look here, what I was thinking about with this thing, and this came to me over some things, and I've been thinking and praying and some things in life. Here's the thing. You know, we always talk about separating and cutting people off and cutting people loose. And let me tell you something. This is what I got. You know, separation. Separation. If y'all know anything about the old country, well, I've been separated a few times. You know, I got a list of separations. But separation is not always a negative thing. Some people think that, you know, it has to be something bad. But sometimes separation causes two people or two things, we'll say two people, to instead of grow in apart, they're allowed to grow up, and then they can grow together. That's kind of loaded. Sometimes, you know, sometimes we get so close and we get into a situation, we get caught up, and we don't see the value in whatever it may be. Maybe it be a job, maybe it be a relationship. We don't see the value in it. We don't see what it's really worth to us until we're separated from. When it's separated from us, then we see like, man, wow. But the other thing it causes us to do, it causes us, if we're smart enough, separation will cause us to not look outward. It will cause us to look inward. It will cause us to say, you know what? What do I need? What areas of my life do I need to work on? What parts of my life do I need to work on? See, then that's when individually you start to grow. See, because sometimes when you be in something, and you be in it, sometimes, not all the time, what you end up doing is smothering out the dreams, the visions, the hope of each other. Wow. That's good. Sometimes you become so entangled that you can't see each other. You want the other person to see you. You want, but you can't see each other, and you become complacent sometimes. So sometimes when you separate, and that thing, and this is what came to my mind. I'm gonna tell y'all, if you can visualize this for a moment. What I visualized was in the country. You know, there's lots of trees in the country. Okay, where I come from, there's lots of trees everywhere, but in the country, there's lots of trees. There one time I seen this tree. And the foundation, walk with me here, the foundation and the roots of the tree was solid. But what had happened is at some point, whether it was lightning, well, maybe it was God that split the tree. Now, it didn't kill the tree, but the two halves were able to grow and to flourish individually and to become who God had ordained and called them to be. The two halves grew up, the two halves, but at the same time, at the root, they were still being nourished. Sometimes we have to step back, step away in order to see clearly. Sometimes you have to step back and step away because sometimes we lose sight. Man, sometimes we lose sight of the person next to it. We do it. We do it in family all the time. You lose sight of who your mama really is, who your daddy really is. You lose sight of who your siblings are. You lose sight of who your mate is. You lose sight of that because you become so entangled. But when you separate, you get to see that thing. You get to see that them for who they are. You get to see that grace that God has placed upon their life. And you get to watch them flourish while you in yourself are flourishing. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Separation. Separation sometimes causes two individuals who were so bent on being here to be able to be strong individually, because sometimes we become so dependent on one another that we have no idea how to be independent and to be strong. I ain't talking about that arrogant independence thing. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about how to be independent yet strong. See, for walking through this journey, and I often say, for me, this is a journey. This is a healing journey. I'm in a healing process. I'm in a healing process. Will I ever be healed? Yeah, I will be healed. I'll be healed when I'm laying out in the grave. That's when I'll be healed, because that's when God will be finished with me. But until then, I will still be in the healing process. So in the healing process, I'm in the learning process. It's a journey. Country boys on hills, everybody else is on theirs. It's a journey. It ain't no rush. You get there when you get yours. I get mine when I get mine. It ain't no rush. It's a journey. And you embrace everything along the journey. And that's what I'm embracing right now, is that sometimes you're able to see things differently. You know what they say? Step back. Take a step back. Because sometimes we get too close to the situation. Sometimes we get too close to the mirror and we can't really see. Sometimes what we have to do is take a step back and understand that, man, how God works, how he can take in his time. See, that's the thing, is in his time. Sometimes we can want something and it could be for us, but it ain't the time for us. Sometimes we can want it. We want things. We want this job. We want this car. We want this house. We want this relationship. We want them things when we want them. But God said, you ain't ready for it yet. What I got to do is separate you. I got to separate you from it so you can grow and mature. So when it's time, when it's my time, not my time, when it's his time, he says, when it's my time, I can bring that thing together the way it's supposed to be, because both are strong. Both have the ability to stand on their own, but they stand stronger when they come together. See, let me tell you something. Boy, that's what old country boy know this. Let me tell you, you put two weak trees together, them suckers will bend in a minute. They will bend and break. But if you take two good old strong trees, you take two good old strong trees that have been tested. See, individually tested, have been tested by life, have been tested by time. If you take two good old strong trees with one solid foundation, you take two good strong trees with one solid foundation, it will stand. They can stand and they can look and they can admire each other and they can grow and they can grow. And guess what? You know, if you watch them trees, whoa, have mercy, thank you, Lord. If you watch them, even though there may be a split here, but you see them, they will start to grow and they will grow back together in His time. In His time. But you have to learn that you have to learn who you are. You have to learn what your purpose is. You have to learn for yourself what you want, what God wants for you. All these things you have to learn for yourself before you can be trying to be a tree with somebody else. Sometimes, most of the time, the majority of the time, we have to get out of our own way so God can have His way. We have to get out of our own way so God can have His way. See, His timing ain't our timing. His thoughts ain't our thoughts. See, we miss the fact that He sees further than we do. See, we see, I said it before, I say it again, we see from the beginning to the end. My God orchestrates it from the end to the beginning. So wherever we walking, whatever we going through, He's already been there. He's already been there. He's already been there. But we have that solid foundation of what He has placed in us. If we have that solid foundation, even though there's a separation, God will create rejuvenation. Even though there's a separation, God can rejuvenate it and grow it and make it more than we could imagine. It could be friendships, it could be relationships, it could be family ships, it could be job ships, it could be any ship you want it to be. But just remember, He is the ocean that ship gonna be floating on. If we allow and trust His time, trust His way, trust what He has for us, then we know that He wants the best for us. Even 99% of the time, we don't even know what the best for us is. He knows, and He wants the best for us. So sometimes He has to move some things. He's got to move some things. He's got to move some things. He got to separate some things in order for each one of them things to get their own footing, to get on their own feet. But Mama say every dove got to sit on his own bottom. Sometimes God has to take them things. No matter what we may think, no matter how we may feel, we want it. We want the closeness with our family and our siblings, and we want the closeness in this relationship, and we want all of this. But that's what He has for us right now. So He has to separate that because the timing ain't right. The timing ain't right. But in that time, what we have to do is continue to work on ourselves. Continue to work on ourselves. Continue to better ourselves. Continue to build a relationship with Him for ourselves. Man. And when we do that, in His time, when we build and have worked on ourselves and understand us and love us and appreciate us and appreciate and love and embrace who we are and whose we are, when we can do that. See, because it's difficult. It's difficult, if at all possible, to love somebody when you don't know how to love yourself. It's difficult. It's impossible to appreciate somebody when you don't appreciate yourself. It's difficult, if even possible, to value somebody or something when you don't value yourself. So in that time, when God has caused that thing, that separation, that pulling apart, it's not to hurt us, it's to help us. It's not to hinder us, it's to help us grow. It's to help us mature. When that pulling apart happens, if we take the time, sit back, step away, evaluate, not others, ourselves, our actions, our motives, our heart, our mind, our spirit, evaluate. It's not that it may have been bad. It just could have been a bad time. But look here, I told y'all I ain't gonna be on here long. You know, I just dipped in and dipped out. That's all I got for tonight. I thank you. I thank you so very much. I thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I do. I appreciate it so very much. You know, I just say this to each and every one. Continue on your journey. Continue on your journey. Continue on your growth journey. Continue on your healing journey. Continue on your journey. Continue on it. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't allow whatever situation to hinder you, because whatever situation may be, that situation is not your destination unless you make it. You know, I was listening to a replay that I did with my cousin Zach, and he said, dreams only die if you starve them. Your dream will only die if you starve it. Your dream will die if you starve it. Don't starve your dream. Don't starve your dream. Feed it. Keep pushing. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep going. Let me tell you something. If God gave you a vision, he knew that you could carry it out. I'll say it again because I want to make this clear. If God gave you a vision, he knew that you could carry it out. It's your choice if you will. But he knew that you could. He knew, and he knows that you have everything in you. If he's placed a vision in you, he knows that you have what it takes. He knows you have it. Now, whether you choose to use what you have, that's on you. Don't be talking about God. That's on you. If you choose not to do it, that's on you. That's your call. He gave it. And he just didn't give it away because he just didn't have anything else to do. But he knew that everything in you could do it. And I'll tell you, if God believes in you to give you a vision, then this old country boy believes that you can carry it through as well. If God believes, and why wouldn't I believe? If he believes in the vision he's placed in you, and that's why I support people. That's why I root people on. That's why I cheer for. Because if God is giving you a vision to do something, if He believes in you, I would be just rock solid dumb not to. I would be dumb as a rock not to believe in you if God is giving it to you. So just keep pushing, just keep going. Don't worry about people who don't support you. Don't worry about people who ain't there. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You just go. Because understand something. Understand this. Each and every one of us has something that God has given us that's for somebody else. Each and every one of us has something that there's somebody out there waiting for. And if you don't give it to them, they won't get it because you're the only one that's got it. You're the only one that's got it. You're the only one that can paint like that. You're the only one that can draw like that. You're the only one that could sing that like that. You are the only one that could write that book like that. You're the only one that could get up on that stage and act like that. You are the only one. Whatever it is, you're the only one that can cook like that. You're the only one that can drive like that. You're the only one. You have something that there's somebody out there that's waiting for. You have it. Nobody else. I can't give it to them because God didn't give it to me. He gave it to you, whatever that is. So don't you quit. And don't you ever believe that you ain't special. Don't ever believe that. Don't ever believe it. Because I will tell you, and God tells you every day He wakes you up, He's saying you're special. And lastly, but not least, if you woke up this morning and you opened your eyes and you looked around and you cleaned out your ears and you was listening for the words, and if you was over here by me, all you heard was a dog barking. But if that's all you heard, that wasn't what you finna hear now. If you was out there today and you was ears all perked up and you was waiting to hear it and you didn't hear it, well, you finna hear it right now. You finna hear from this old country boy right now. It's this. It's I love you. I love you. Each and every one of you. I love you. And I love you unconditionally. And some folks may say, what does that mean, crazy man? It means there ain't nothing that you could do to stop me from loving you. Whether you call, whether you don't call, whether you support, whether you don't support, whether you like me, whether you hate me, it don't matter. You cannot change my unconditional love for you. That's the choice I've made. That I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, and I love you unconditionally. Well, look here, that's all old country boys got for tonight. I thank y'all so very much. I look forward to seeing y'all. Oh, you know what? I'll see you Monday. I'll see you Monday. We'll be back Monday. We'll speak on it. Thank you so very much, each and every one. Y'all know I'm bad about the comments. I'm gonna try this thing. I'm gonna try to click some of these on here. Hey, Aaliyah. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Miss Julie, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, Lord Jesus, there go my niece. I love her so much. Y'all go check her out, boy. She be cooking up. She got some stuff. But Julie, I'm finna go to bed too. Thank you so very much. I thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. I do. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Know this, it does not go unnoticed. It does not go unappreciated. So Country Boy loves you. And I will see y'all Monday. Y'all be good now. You hear? I'm out of here. I'm gone. Find me some chicken to eat. That's what I'm finna go do.